Imagine waking up each day to a world shaped by fire and ash. The ground rumbles beneath your feet, the sky is sometimes choked with dark clouds, and rivers of molten rock carve new paths through the landscape. This is life on a volcanic Earth, a planet where volcanoes dominate the environment, shaping everything from the weather to the soil beneath our feet. How would humans adapt to such a world? What would daily life look like? How would we survive, find food, and build our communities? Would our bodies change to cope with the dangers and opportunities of this fiery planet? Let's explore what it would truly mean to survive, adapt, and even thrive on a volcanic Earth. On a volcanic Earth, the landscape is in constant flux. Mountains rise and fall as eruptions build new peaks and destroy old ones. Rivers of lava flow across the ground, sometimes for miles, cooling to form new land. Ash clouds can turn day into night, and the air often smells faintly of sulfur. Eruptions are a regular part of life. Some are small, sending plumes of ash into the sky. Others are massive, reshaping entire regions. Lava flows destroy forests, towns, and fields, but also create new land and fertile soil as they cool. Fine volcanic ash settles on everything, sometimes several times a year. It can collapse roofs, clog machinery, and make breathing difficult. Hot springs, geysers, and steam vents, the landscape providing both hazards and resources. Living here means constant vigilance and a deep respect for the power of nature. Yet, it is also a land of opportunity, with soils rich in minerals and new land always forming. Volcanoes have a dramatic impact on weather. When they erupt, they release ash, gases, and water vapor into the atmosphere. These can block sunlight, with ash and sulfur dioxide forming aerosols that reflect sunlight and cool the surface below. The heat and particles from eruptions can create powerful thunderstorms and lightning, especially near erupting volcanoes. Gases like sulfur dioxide mix with rainwater, creating acid rain that can damage plants, buildings, and water supplies. Rain on volcanic Earth is both a blessing and a curse. Heavy rain can mix with loose volcanic ash, creating fast-moving mud flows called lahars that can bury towns and farmland in minutes. Volcanic soils are porous and retain water well, making them good for farming, but ash can also clog rivers and contaminate lakes. Rain quickly erodes volcanic slopes, carrying minerals to valleys and plains, enriching the soil, but also creating landslides. Large eruptions can cool the planet for years, causing volcanic winters with cold temperatures and failed crops. Near active volcanoes, geothermal heat can make local temperatures much higher, creating warm microclimates even in cold regions. Volcanic soils, called andisols, are some of the most fertile on Earth. They are rich in minerals like potassium, magnesium, and calcium, and their porous structure holds water well. After an eruption, ash acts as a natural fertilizer. Crops often grow better in the years following an eruption. Once the ash settles and weathers, volcanic soils keep water longer than many other soils, helping plants survive dry periods. But fresh ash can be toxic to plants, blocking sunlight and damaging leaves. Some crops may fail if the ash layer is too thick, or the chemical composition is harmful. On volcanic Earth, food production would be a constant challenge and opportunity. Farmers would grow crops adapted to ash and mineral-rich soils: potatoes, maize, beans, and hardy vegetables. Some regions would specialize in crops that thrive after eruptions, like certain grains and tubers. Grapes, coffee, and other specialty crops often do well in volcanic soils, leading to unique flavors and high yields. Animals would graze on lush volcanic pastures, but herds would need to be moved quickly during eruptions or ashfall. Rivers and lakes formed by volcanic activity would provide fish, but water quality would need constant monitoring due to ash and chemical contamination. Forests regrow quickly on volcanic land, offering berries, nuts, and edible roots. Volcanic soils can support unique fungi, some edible and highly prized. Wildlife would adapt to the changing landscape, with some species thriving in the new habitats created by eruptions. In areas with frequent ashfall or acid rain, people might grow food in protected greenhouses, using geothermal heat for warmth and energy. Soilless farming could become common, especially in regions where ash or toxins make traditional agriculture difficult. With unpredictable harvests, communities would store surplus food for lean times. Using underground cellars or insulated vaults to keep supplies safe from ash and heat, living on volcanic Earth means building for survival. Homes would be made from stone, concrete, and volcanic rock, designed to withstand heat, ash, and earthquakes. Air filtration and sealed windows would protect against ash and toxic gases. Ventilation systems would keep indoor air safe to breathe. In high-risk areas, people might live partly underground, using natural caves or man-made bunkers to escape eruptions and ashfall. Roads, bridges, and power lines would be built to bend and flex during earthquakes and eruptions, with backup systems for water and electricity. Ash and chemicals can contaminate water supplies, so advanced filtration systems and rainwater collection would be essential. Masks and air filters would be part of daily life, especially during eruptions or heavy ashfall. Hot springs and underground heat would provide power for homes, greenhouses, and industry, making volcanic Earth a leader in renewable energy. Drills, warning systems, and evacuation plans would be a normal part of life. Communities would be close-knit, with everyone trained to respond quickly to danger. Myths, festivals, and traditions would celebrate the power of volcanoes, honoring both their destructive and creative forces. People would develop strong bonds and a sense of pride in surviving and thriving in such a challenging environment. Living for generations on a volcanic Earth would shape our bodies and health in unique ways. Constant exposure to ash and thin air might lead to larger lung capacity, helping people breathe more efficiently in dusty or low-oxygen conditions. Over time, humans might develop more effective nasal hairs or mucous membranes to trap ash and particles before they reach the lungs. Regular exposure to volcanic toxins and microbes could lead to more robust immune defenses. To protect against ash, acid rain, and UV radiation, people might evolve thicker, tougher skin. Increased volcanic activity can reduce sunlight, but when the sky is clear, UV levels may spike. Darker skin would help protect against both sunburn and chemical irritation. Longer, denser eyelashes and eyebrows could help shield eyes from ash and glare. In colder regions affected by volcanic winters, people might become shorter and stockier to conserve heat. In warmer geothermal areas, agility and speed would help in quick evacuations and navigating rough terrain. Living with constant danger, people might develop sharper hearing and smell to detect distant rumbles or the scent of sulfur. Fast reactions would be crucial for escaping eruptions, mud flows, or falling ash. Despite adaptations, chronic lung conditions could be common, especially in children and the elderly. Ash and acid rain might cause rashes or burns, requiring new medicines and treatments. Coping with constant uncertainty would foster strong mental health practices, community support, and possibly changes in stress response. Plants on volcanic Earth would be tough and fast-growing. Hardy plants like ferns, mosses, and lichens would be the first to colonize new lava flows and ash fields. Certain trees, such as birch and willow, thrive in disturbed soils and would quickly reclaim new land. Over time, crops would be bred for resistance to ash, drought, and acidic soils. Many animal species would live underground to escape heat, ash, and predators. Animals might develop tougher hides or shells to protect against abrasive ash. Some animals would evolve to eat ash-covered plants or scavenge in recently burned areas. Microbes that thrive in hot springs, acidic pools, and ash-rich soils would be common, playing a key role in breaking down minerals and supporting new plant growth. Plants and microbes would work together to survive harsh conditions, with roots hosting bacteria that help extract nutrients from volcanic soils. Imagine a typical day on volcanic Earth. You wake to the distant rumble of a volcano. Checking the news, you see alerts for minor ashfall in your area. You put on a mask before heading outside, sweeping ash from the doorstep. The air smells faintly of sulfur, but the sky is clear for now. At work, you help maintain geothermal power systems that heat your community and run the local greenhouse. Lunch is a stew of potatoes, beans, and greens grown in volcanic soil. The flavor is rich, with a hint of minerals unique to your region. Rain begins to fall, turning ash on the roads to slippery mud. You check water filters and make sure the drainage system is clear. Heavy rain can trigger mud flows. Children play inside, learning about volcano safety and emergency drills. As the sun sets, the sky glows orange and red, reflecting off distant lava flows. You gather with neighbors to share stories, celebrate a recent harvest, and remember past eruptions. Music, laughter, and resilience fill the air. Life on a volcanic Earth is a constant dance between destruction and renewal. Eruptions bring danger, but also create new land and opportunities. Communities are resilient, adapting to the ever-changing environment with ingenuity, cooperation, and a deep respect for the forces that shape their world. Humans would not only survive, but thrive developing new technologies, foods, and ways of living that celebrate both the risks and rewards of their fiery home. Our bodies, cultures, and societies would evolve to meet the challenges, forging a unique identity grounded in resilience and the endless cycle of creation and destruction. Living on a volcanic Earth would be unlike anything we know today. It would demand constant adaptation, innovation, and community spirit. The landscape would be harsh but beautiful, the weather unpredictable, and survival a daily challenge. Yet in this world of fire and ash, life would find a way not just to endure, but to flourish, shaped by the very forces that threaten it. From fertile fields to geothermal cities, from bodies built to withstand ash to cultures rich in myth and memory, volcanic Earth would be a testament to the power of adaptation and the endless creativity of life itself.